Poppy, thanks very much for speaking to us here at LiveScore. You've already covered quite a lot of miles in what are the early stages of your career. How are you finding life down in Brighton so far? You've certainly moved around a bit already.
Like you say, I've travelled England a bit already. Being so young, obviously, it's hard. It wasn't easy, but I feel like I've learned a lot from it. Lots of different experiences, different clubs, and now I'm in Brighton, and yeah, I'm actually loving it. It's a great city, and I'm from the coast up in the northeast, and now now furthest away down on the south coast. But yeah, it's nice down here.
You talk about Northeast growing up there. It's an absolute footballing hotbed, obviously. What has your journey been like into the world of professional football? And you know, as a young girl in Sunderland, was that something that you always wanted to do? Did you think it was possible to be a professional?
That's all I've ever knew, to be honest. I started in Sunderland Academy aged 8. So my brother used to play. He doesn't anymore, but he was better than me at one point. Not anymore. But he used to play, and he used to go along with my dad to watch, and I'd just be that little girl on the side who wanted to kick about as well. We actually saw an advert in the local newspaper for trials for Sunderland Academy, and they were being held at like a school which was going to be my secondary school, like around the corner from my home. So I went along, and from then we just knew that I had it. I had a little bit, and yeah, I enjoyed it, and that's what I followed through with.
You're at Brighton now. You've had a change of manager recently, but before your current boss, you did work under Hope Powell, who is really a legend of women's football. How have the first weeks been under your new head coach, and how did you find life under Hope as well?
First of all, it was an honour to work under Hope. It was obviously a very big attraction for me coming to Brighton. It was one of the main reasons I signed. I can say that now. So to work under her was always something that brought me here. And yeah, for the couple of months that I did, I enjoyed it. She wanted to get the best out of me, and we had the same goal with that. Obviously, in football, you never know what happens. Things change day to day. That's the life of a footballer. So it's just something that, yeah, I've had to deal with. And obviously, I wish her all the best. In terms of with Jens now, yeah, it's been positive. Obviously, the first few weeks, we've had up and down results, but it takes time. Nothing happens overnight. In training, everyone's working hard. There's good confidence in the group at the moment, and yeah, we really believe that we can go on a journey now and go on the up.
Where do you think Brighton can get to in terms of the WSL? Do you think that you can be competing at the top end of the division? Because there's a lot of eyes on it now and a lot of competition. Is that something you think you can get to?
I'd never put any limits on anything. That's not something I do as a person. So definitely with Brighton as a club, I came here, and the aim was to be a top 4 club. Right now, obviously, we're not there, but I do believe we can get there. It's mentioned a lot, but obviously there's steps to that process. This season, we just want to gain as many points as we can now. And next season, hopefully we can kick on and really build something that can be what you said and challenge at the top. I think it takes time. For a lot of new players came in, including myself, more in this window too. It takes time to gel. Obviously, the change of manager again, but I really feel like we're finding our flow now in training, which is important. So yeah, hopefully that starts to show now with results.
Do you guys, as a group, do you set a kind of points target? Is there something that you're looking to hit as a team?
Not necessarily. I don't think we can put a number on it. I think people probably have it in their head of what we need or what we want. But right now, I think you just take game by game. In the WSL now, everyone knows every game is hard. It's big competition right now, but I think going into every game, you've got to have that mentality as you can get anything out of it on the day. The better team will win. The team that wants it the most will win. So yeah, we're capable of getting points, and that's what we're aiming to do.
And established in the WSL now, a lot of appearances under your belt. That does kind of lead on to thoughts about England. You've represented England at various youth levels. How keen are you to establish yourself as a regular in the senior side in the years to come?
That's why I play. I want to get there. That's my biggest aim. That will be the biggest achievement ever, to get to the senior team. Obviously, I work for that every day, and yeah, it's just about getting that consistency now in my game. I think obviously, like you say, I've been at different clubs, gained different experiences. I'm still relatively young. So yeah, definitely that's what I'm aiming for, and hopefully I can achieve that one day.
Making that step up to England, you've obviously got a lot of experience under your belt already, despite only being 22. What do you think is the strongest area of your game? And then on the flip side, is there an area that you feel like you still need to develop to take yourself to the next level?
My strongest, I'd probably say, my ability as a fullback to get forward, get crosses in the box, make an impact for the team. But as well as that, the mentality to defend as well. I'd like to be seen as a fullback, like a hard-working fullback who gets up and down and does both jobs. In terms of improving my game and what I need to do to get that next step to bridge the gap, I'd just say the consistency. Obviously, you see the England seniors now, you have to perform every day to win a Euros. Every game is, well, look, it's a knockout, so you can't afford to have a slip up. So yeah, it's just about perfection and that consistency, and hopefully that comes with regular game time at Brighton, and yeah, finding our flow as a team.
Obviously, the Lionesses' success last summer really spiked interest in the game. As a player in the WSL, have you noticed a different atmosphere towards the league and towards the games this season?
I think there's no one can hide. There's so much more excitement around it. Women's football is everywhere now. It's talked about by everyone. So yeah, being a part of that is amazing. I think it's definitely going in the right direction. And yeah, it's good to be a part of.
And I saw a heartwarming video of you giving some boots away to a fan recently. And I just wondered, do you feel a responsibility? How important do you think is it for people like yourself to go and inspire that next generation of young girls to play football?
It's a great feeling that I'm able to do that, and as us women are able to do that. I think obviously the Euros inspired a lot of people. So yeah, we just want to keep on with that. And if I'm able to give boots to someone after a game and make their day, then that's what I want to do. You know, hopefully that inspires her and she sees that everything's possible.
I wondered, in your opinion, what do you think is the most important factor when it comes to growing the women's game here in the UK over the coming years? Because it feels like we're at a real pivotal moment for women's football, doesn't it?
We all know it's going in the right direction. Most recently, I think, with games being called off over the winter, there's still work to be done. Pitches, stadiums can be improved, so we keep up with the men's game. I think you see now a lot more big transfers, just recently record transfer fees coming in. It's definitely going in the right direction, and I think it's not a quick process, but the more success the big teams get, the bigger it's going to get. You know, the league is huge now. Everyone wants to be a part of it, and yeah, obviously it's so inspiring for these little girls. And I just think if everyone keeps working at it to get it close to even closer to the men's game, then it'll be amazing.